Hey y'all, happy Sunday and welcome back to another session of Better Out Than In, Real Talk with Kai. Had a little sinus cold last week, so that's why I didn't post a video. Thought I would save you guys the trouble of listening to my voice like that. First of all, hold on. Let's get into my locks trying to do something. Okay, my brother Mike D, he be talking about my hair all the time. Talk about they not gonna lock, but I know you see this, Michael. Anyway, uh, my last video I talked about this week discussing a little bit more about nutrition and going into the next thing that happened to me that kind of made me change my diet. And so, fast forwarding a little bit past high school, I graduated. Now I'm working, and I get transferred to adult medicine from pediatrics, and I meet with what is a nephrologist, which is a specialist who basically looks like at the kidneys and things like that. Because people with diabetes can have, heart issues, kidney issues, high blood pressure, just over time with the disease being uncontrolled. They, just wanted me to meet with all of these different specialists just to see where I was entering into adult medicine and into adulthood, just to kind of see, where all of my levels are. And so once I went and met with the nephrologist, they ran some blood tests and he recommended that they do a kidney biopsy because he noticed that some of the levels were not where they were supposed to be. And so once we did the kidney biopsy, he noticed that I had a mild condition of kidney disease. And again, a lot of people with diabetes will develop some type of kidney disease if they have uncontrolled diabetes for a long time. And like I've stated in a lot of my videos, for a long time, I did not do what I was supposed to do. And so therefore, my condition would have been known as uncontrolled. And so once we did the kidney biopsy and it showed that it was a mild case of kidney disease due to diabetes, a suggestion from the nephrologist was to change my diet. And I'm like, well, what is changing my diet gonna do to help me with the kidney disease? And this is when I started, learning more about how different foods contribute to the different diseases that we have. And so a lot of times, meat and dairy products are a leading factor in a lot of diseases that we have, or unknown issues that people have. And so what I did was became pescatarian. And what that is basically no meat or no poultry, just seafood. And so I started eating shrimp a lot of fish, those type of things. And, of course, my starch like rice and potatoes, which some people have their idea about eating those things when it's contribute to diabetes or to certain diseases. And I'll get into that in a different video. But when I cut out the meat, I did notice that I lost a lot of weight. I also felt a little different. And so this continued for a few months that I was able to do pescatarian. However, I have a big, I'll say, lust for cheese. And so that was the hardest part for me, is cutting out the cheese. And that's a big thing. Dairy plays a big part in a lot of disease, and in specifically diabetes, specifically kidney disease. It's a lot of mucus that it clogs into our bodies. And so, though I was doing the pescatarian type of lifestyle, I still was eating the dairy product. So I seen some changes, but I was still having issues because I didn't cut everything out that was suggested to me to cut out. And so I'm mentioning this because, you guys can do your own research about different type of diets for different diseases, and for diabetes, or for things associated with diabetes, like different diets. A lot of people think you can't eat rice, but some doctors say to eat white rice instead of brown rice. But then some people say that white rice is not good for us because it's bleached and all of these things. So, it's really about the research that you find and the things that you find for your body, because everybody's bodies react differently to different things and different diets. And that's why some things work for some people better than others or less than others. But I'm mentioning all of this because I would love for, you guys to just do your research about the different diets for, your disease, if you have any diabetes, or, any family members that you may know have diabetes that you're cooking for, just to kind of look at some of the different nutritional facts and the information that's out there about what is or what is not good for that particular diabetic. Because again, that doing pescatarian did work for me, but I think cutting out meat and all dairy products altogether, like a plant-based diet, is the best way to go for anybody with any type of diabetes or kidney disease, or any type of disease that is related to the immune system in general. And that's just my opinion. So I do eat some meat still, and I'm working on cutting that back out. I'm working on becoming plant-based slowly, which is a process, everything doesn't happen overnight. So that's something that I'm working on right now still. But I don't eat that much meat. Again, my biggest thing is the cheese. Like, I can eat cheese with everything. So yeah, working on my nutrition part of everything due to my conditions is my next step. But when I found out about the kidney biopsy and having the mild kidney disease at that time, again, this is out of high school, I'm newly into adulthood, and finding out about this mild kidney disease, which at that time they were telling me it's nothing to worry about. It was a very mild case, so as long as I continued to do what I was doing, that I would be okay. And so that's what I kind of set my beliefs on, was that, it's not a big deal. It's just a mild case and everything is fine. So I never did more research at that time about what the mild kidney disease due to the diabetes was. I just went off the word of the doctor, which my suggestion to anyone out there is, whenever you get any type of news from, anybody, from a doctor, from, me, from a coworker, from videos you watch, from information you read on the internet, I always think you should get like second opinion. This is something that, I've experienced, and after all the things that I've been through, I think getting a second opinion from, either another doctor from a different institution, or, just trying to do your research and finding out facts about the information that you originally got, is the best way to best educate yourself, so that you know how to help yourself. Because just going based off one opinion, that's when we get to stressing out. You ever self-diagnose yourself, like from Google, like you got a little cough and you're like, oh shit, something's wrong, I got this, and you get on Google and you put in your symptoms and you see all this shit pop up and you're like, oh my god, I have that. Like, because you're just reading one source and you're not looking at everything else. So that's why I suggest you look at or get multiple opinions before you make any decisions, or before you just jump the gun and take in all of that information and run with it. You know, a lot of times for doctors, it's not really a cure when they're giving you medication or suggesting things to you to help with your conditions, but it's rather a more of a band-aid. It's like, hey, here, this is a temporary fix for now, until, you know, this stops working, or if this doesn't work, we'll try something else and see if that works, and if that doesn't work, we'll try another thing. So it's kind of like a puzzle for them too, you know. And so for us doing our own research after they give us their opinion, it just helps, I think, with us not being so stressed out or overwhelmed with information that we receive once we understand it for ourselves. And nobody really knows your body better than you. You know, it took me a long time to understand that. Like, doctors would tell me things about the test results that they've seen, and I'm like, but I don't feel like that, you know. But because they seen this thing, I told myself that I was sick, or that, oh my God, it's going to get worse because this is what they said. It never gets better. They said it always declines from here, or it never gets better from here. And so when you have that mindset, you know, and you're putting that negative energy out into the universe, then those things start to come back to you. So again, you know, I just wanted to mention about looking into your own nutrition facts about, you know, just your diet, about someone that you know has diabetes, just what it looks like for a diabetic to eat certain foods if you're cooking for them, or, you know, if you're eating with them. Just kind of doing some research on your own about different nutrition for diabetics, how to get their, you know, A1C down, which is their overall blood sugar percentage, and, you know, what different type of foods affect their blood sugar different ways. You know, you wouldn't think that a slice of pizza would affect a person's blood sugar, but a slice of pizza will affect somebody's blood sugar more than a bowl of ice cream. So things like that, just looking at those things and educating yourselves, just to have some knowledge about it, is just my suggestion. And also, you know, I just wanted to mention, whenever you guys get any type of news or any type of information about something that has to do with your health, or you know, any type of information in general, I think getting a second opinion, or just, you know, doing a little more research on your own is always a good thing to do. So I thank you guys for joining in. Next week I'll be going into a little fast forward of once I got that kidney biopsy, and then after I didn't do the pescatarian diet anymore, how that kind of affected everything for me, and what happened or transpired after a little bit after that kidney biopsy that I got, and seeing another nephrologist. So again, thank you guys for joining in. I hope you continue to like, share, subscribe, and follow. God bless you guys.